Under the Tuscan Sun, At Home in Italy, 1996, is a nonfiction work chronicling author Frances Mays's journey to restore an abandoned villa in Cortona, Italy, with her husband. The book blends memoir, travelogue, and cookbook, offering Mays's own Italian recipes, gardening tips, reflections on Tuscany, and detailed accounts of renovating the villa. Mays, formerly the head of San Francisco University's creative writing department, is now a full-time writer with several poetry collections, a novel, and her role as editor of Best American Travel, Writing 2002, to her credit. The book opens with Frances awaiting confirmation from her bank. She is in the process of purchasing a neglected villa in Cortona and must ensure her funds have been successfully transferred. She first fell in love with the region during frequent visits with her boyfriend, Ed, whom she met after her divorce. Tired of renting homes while traveling, they decide to buy a vacation property of their own. The villa they choose is called Bramasole, which Frances explains means yearning for the sun. Though the villa is centuries old, it is not inexpensive, and Frances is anxious, knowing they will be investing all their savings. The purchase is long and complicated, but once complete, she eagerly begins envisioning renovations and restoring the home. Once they are able to move in, Frances and Ed tackle the laborious task of cleaning the villa, but more bureaucracy awaits. Ownership brings the need for permits before major renovations can proceed. Weeds grow unchecked on the terraces, which Frances begins clearing, and they hire a local man to repair a collapsed stone wall. Along the way, they meet a group of Polish laborers who assist them and become friends. Language barriers present challenges. Their Italian is limited, and the locals' approach to work is more relaxed than expected. One contractor falls ill and withdraws from the project, and his replacement fails to appear on schedule. By the end of summer, renovations are only just beginning, and the couple must return to the U.S. to resume their university teaching. The following summer, they return to Italy. A newly dug well provides fresh water, and the necessary permits have finally been approved, allowing real progress on the villa. Frances hopes to have Bramasole ready for Christmas, so she and Ed can celebrate with her daughter, Ashley. However, each repair uncovers new issues. When they arrive for the holiday, the villa is in disarray. The workers have left without cleaning, and a phone number is scribbled across a frescoed wall. The family spends Christmas at a friend's home instead. Despite the challenges, the renovation yields unexpected joys. While working in the garden, they discover a natural spring beneath the house. Converting an old stable into a modern kitchen, they find it was once a chapel. Frances often imagines the villa's former owner, picturing a grandmotherly nana who cherished plants and cooking, and wonders how she would respond to the ongoing transformations. By the next spring, the house is complete. Frances is overjoyed to live at Bramasole. She and Ed build an outdoor dining table, perfect for meals and entertaining friends in the fresh Tuscan air. From here, Frances recounts her seasonal stays in Tuscany. Summers are spent exploring the countryside, sampling wines, and visiting ancient tombs. On one occasion, they host a spectacular destination wedding. In winter, they harvest oil from their olive trees and finally enjoy family Christmases at the villa. Under the Tuscan Sun reached #1 on the New York Times bestseller list and remained there for 2 years. Mays followed with 2 memoirs, Bella Tuscany, The Sweet Life in Italy, 1999, and In Tuscany, 2000. In 2003, the book was loosely adapted into a feature film starring Diane Lane. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.